see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the real ones can vouch. They thought I was done, but all that doubt, you gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner, get to you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't hearing my CD. Made it out of the trenches, just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I blow the whole budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee-deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they compete. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Running left, it's Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go, D.
They'll run on first down. Wiley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Strip the ball. Strip that. Go.
Here's Lawrence. That's complete to John Ross. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Wiley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, Charlie. You ready?
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Touchdown! That's caught. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing on first down. Turner. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Turner. Going up top. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They're going to try and throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. First carry for a Kenosha native and former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And, oh, this is going to depend on forward progress, but they're saying no, he didn't get there. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach? And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Tanner Muse able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there out of the running game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
47 to Mike, 47. Check, 47. Check pass. Bravo.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Lawrence. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Looking long for Westbrook. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, it's Williams, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Turner. That's caught by Howard.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Gordon on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now Turner on 1st and 10. They set up the screen to Hill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. He's going to look deep for more. And this one is incomplete. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. To throw again on second down, Lawrence. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there. Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Lawrence will throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tanner Muse with it. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands. Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there. Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From the gun, Turner. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive under. 3 interceptions thrown already. We'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go play action with Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check 26, check 26.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Hey, Wahoo! March 47. Ricky. Come.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down.
Second and 10.
70, Indy.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
30 base.
Lawrence. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Turner on third down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He finds some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
First down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. There with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. To throw, and that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for, and when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
His kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a two-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for two. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful two-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Buccaneers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will drop.
It's just a little hit for the summer. Big Z.